Hi there. In this section, you are going to learn how to solve a quadratic equation by completing the square. So let's begin. Completing the square. Let's consider an example. So solve by completing the square. X square minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. It is given that x square minus 3x plus 2 equals to 0. What I'm going to do, I'm going to consider a formula. A minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. If you look closely at the first two terms, I can definitely compare first two term of the equation with a square and negative 2ab. So if I compare, I can say a square is equal to x square and negative 2ab is equal to negative 3x. So in order to compare these two and convert this expression so that it can fit in this expression, I'm going to write this equation as x square minus 2x times 3 over 2 plus 2 equals to 0. So technically what I have done, I had negative 3x over here. I'm just multiplying and dividing by 2 so that there is no change in the value of the expression, and this is my a square. So I'm trying to read this expression as a square minus 2ab. What I'm missing? I'm missing b square, and my b is 3 over 2. So what should I do now? I should add my b square so that this expression can be converted like this, and I will be able to use this formula. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add b square. So if I add, I need to subtract 2 so that there is no change in the value of the expression. So I'm going to add and subtract b square, and my b is 3 over 2. So technically what I'm doing, I'm adding and subtracting 3 over 2 whole square. And if I do that, my expression will look like this. As you can see, I'm adding 3 over 2 square and then subtracting 3 over 2 square. So there is no change in the overall value of the expression. So now let's look closely. This is my a square. So I have a square minus 2ab plus b square. So basically this is a minus b square. So I can write it like x minus 3 over 2 square minus, I have only these two terms left. So 3 over 2 square is 9 over 4, which is over here, plus 2 is equal to 0. Now let's simplify this, and if we do that, we need to add the numbers. So we will write x minus 3 over 2 whole square minus 9 minus 8 over 4 equals to 0, because we are simplifying 9 over 4 and 2. If we further simplify, we will get x minus 3 over 2 whole square minus 1 over 4 is equal to 0. Let's take this 1 over 4 to the other side, and if we do that, our expression will be x minus 3 over 2 whole square is equal to 1 over 4. Now let's take the square root on both sides. And if we do that, we will get x minus 3 over 2 is equal to plus minus 1 over 2. What do I have? I have x minus 3 over 2 is equal to plus minus 1 over 2. Now, I'm going to take the positive sign first. So taking the positive sign, if I take the positive sign, I will write x minus 3 over 2 is equal to 1 over 2, which is over here. Now let's get rid of this 3 over 2. So I need to add 3 over 2 on both sides. And if I do that, this will be cancelled out. And I have x is equal to 1 over 2 plus 3 over 2, which is 2. So I will get x equals to 2. Because technically 1 over 2 plus 3 over 2 is 2. Now let's take the negative sign. So if I do that, I will write x minus 3 over 2 is equal to negative 1 over 2, which is over here. I would like to find the value of x. In order to do that, I need to get rid of this negative 3 over 2. And only way I can do if I add 3 over 2 on both sides. So let's add 3 over 2 on both sides. And if I do that, this term will be cancelled out. And I have x is equal to 1. Because negative 1 over 2 plus 3 over 2 is 1. So as you can see, I have two values of x. One is x equals to 2. And the other one is x equals to 1. So x equals to 2 and x equals to 1 are the solution for the quadratic equation. And this is how we use the completing the square to solve the quadratic equation.